So congratulations Mohini, congratulations Ayush, and congratulations Abhimanyu for getting a very good rank in IIT JEE Advanced. And it is a great privilege for Bansal classes to have you as our students. And you have struggled very hard for 2 years to achieve this success. Congratulations first of all to all three of you. So we will start now our interview session where we are going to discuss that how your experiences has helped you to get into IIT and how you can actually share your experiences for the benefit of the students. So first of all, I would like Mohini to tell your All India rank.
My rank is 2453.
And what was your total score in JEE Advance?
199.
199 out of 360. Okay, Ayush?
My IT rank was 1681 and my marks were 212.
Out of 360, okay. Then Abhimanyu?
My rank is 3807 and my marks were 237 out of 316.
Good. So now, first of all, Mohini, the question goes to you that how should a girl student prepare for IIT?
We must do hard work. I usually do 8 hours of quality study, and I used to sleep exact 6 hours, not more than and not less than 6 hours, and I used to study the whole day.
Okay. So, Mohini, I would like to know that how do you, is the preparation different for JEE Main and JEE Advance?
Yes, it is absolutely different. In JEE Mains, I used to practice easy questions. I have learned NCERT thoroughly, and I have also revised NCERT books many times. But for JEE Advance, I have practiced many hard questions. I have bought a book named JEE Preparation for JEE Advance, and I have practiced advanced question every day. I used to practice about 180 question a day, and they were very hard. According to me, they were hard.
Okay. Yes, Ayush.
I think the priority for JEE Main should be theory and for JEE Advanced should be more and more numericals.
Okay. So, for JEE Main and Board, what is the difference between the preparation of JEE Main and Board, Ayush?
I think it is more or less the same. For boards you can refer your textbooks, and for mains you can refer your notes in the coaching. It's more useful.
Okay. Now, did you prepare anything extra for your board examination, or whatever you were taught in Bansal classes that was
No, I
sufficient?
think the classes which were held here were more than sufficient for me to excel in boards, and extra effort for around 1.5 months for the boards at the end was good enough.
And I would also like to congratulate Ayush because he's also the zonal topper of ISC board in science, and he scored 98.25% marks in his board examination with 100 out of 100 in mathematics. Okay, so Abhimanyu, you tell me that what are the drawbacks that you can attribute to in your preparation of board, because of which your rank in JEE Advanced could have improved more?
Actually, it's more about proper sleep and a proper healthy lifestyle which matters. If you take a healthy food and enough sleep of not more than 6 hours, it will really help in getting a good rank in IIT or good marks in board. Similarly, to get a good rank or marks in JEE Main, you should practice your coaching sheets and DVs, because I don't think NCERT would be just sufficient for JEE Main.
Okay. So now, this is an open question. If anybody wants to answer, you can just raise your hand. Which is a better option? A school synchronized coaching program or school separately along with coaching classes? You understood what the question is? कि कुछ बच्चे जो हैं वो लोग सोचते हैं कि भाई हम लोग एडमिशन ले लें GTB में और IIT की भी तैयारी चलती रहेगी, और कुछ बच्चे सोचते हैं नहीं मैं अपने स्कूल में ही तैयारी करूंगा और यहाँ पे कोचिंग में आते रहूंगा. तो which option is better?
I think school should be separate from coaching. That is what I did,
Hmm.
and I think it is more beneficial because you can concentrate more on your IIT coaching in the coaching, and you can prepare for boards in school. There is no mixing of the two, so you will feel
I'm
more
also
clear
the same.
in your goals.
Okay. What about you, Abhimanyu?
I think school synchronized program will be better because for board I think 1 month of proper studying NCRT is sufficient. Although regular practice of NCRT questions and NCRT tests are necessary every month or every 2 months, but a school synchronized program would be beneficial because it would give more time for self study.
Okay. So the most important question is which every student सबके दिल में यही क्वेश्चन रहता है कि हम अपने टाइम टेबल को मैनेज नहीं कर पाते. तो हाउ शुड वी मैनेज अवर टाइम टेबल? आयुष?
I think when you are planning your timetable, the priority should be on the studying hours. कितने घंटे पढ़ना है, मतलब और किस सब्जेक्ट में मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है पढ़ने की, उस हिसाब से बनना चाहिए. और फिर अगर स्पेयर टाइम मिलता है फिर आप इंजॉय कर सकते हैं कुछ.
नाउ अगर सपोज एक स्टूडेंट की फिजिक्स बहुत वीक है, तो ऐसा होता है कि वो स्टूडेंट सिर्फ केमिस्ट्री और मैथ्स ही पढ़ता रहता है और वो फिजिक्स को इग्नोर कर देता है. तो ऐसे में स्टूडेंट्स को क्या करना चाहिए?
सबसे पहले तो मेरे ख्याल से टीचर से एडवाइस लेनी चाहिए. जो टीचर आपको बताएगा कि कितने आर्ट्स किस सब्जेक्ट किस टॉपिक में उस सब्जेक्ट में किस टॉपिक में सबसे ज़्यादा डिफिकल्टी आ रही है, उसमें नोट्स यूज़फुल होंगे. नोट्स को बार बार रिवाइज करना और क्वेश्चंस जो कमी होंगे उस टॉपिक में आपसे, क्योंकि आपका वीक है, तो उनको फिर डाउट्स क्लियर करके आप उसको स्ट्रॉन्ग बना सकते हैं, क्योंकि उसको निगलेक्ट करने देने से आगे आपको नुकसान होगा.
ओके, मोहिनी, व्हाट इज योर टेक ऑन दिस?
So मेरे अकॉर्डिंग मतलब हमें जो है ऐसे नहीं करना चाहिए. मतलब किसी भी टॉपिक को, अगर तुम्हारा कोई सब्जेक्ट, इफ आर मतलब एनी सब्जेक्ट ऑफ अस इज वीक, वी मस्ट स्टडी इट प्रॉपरली. मतलब अकॉर्डिंग टू मी माई फिजिक्स वॉज वीक, so while preparing for JEE Advanced I studied physics for about 7 days continuously. I don't look at any other subject and just go on studying it. And finally what I found is that my physics has become very strong.
ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज कि बच्चे जब 10th से 11th में आते हैं तो उनको बहुत डर लगता है टीचर्स से, क्योंकि वो सोचते हैं कि अगर मैं टीचर से डाउट पूछूंगा तो टीचर मेरे बारे में क्या सोचेगा, या कहीं वो मुझे कोई पनिशमेंट ना दे दे. बिकॉज वो स्कूल एनवायरनमेंट से आते हैं जहाँ पर उनको ऐसा लगता है कि भाई अब हम डाउट्स कैसे पूछें, या कई बार शर्माते हैं. तो उस वजह से बच्चों को बहुत नुकसान होता है. तो आप लोग भी इस फेज से गुजरे हो, तो आई वुड लाइक टू नो कि इसमें बच्चे को क्या क्या चीज़ें करनी चाहिए और डाउट्स पूछने से क्या बेनिफिट होता है और कैसे डाउट पूछने चाहिए.
According to me, we must completely ignore whatever comments our friends are giving or whatever they are saying. We must simply ask our questions because it is all how we are going to benefit. It's all about that we must completely ignore their comments.
I agree with Mohini on the same. I think the comments of friends should not be given much attention, because after clearing IIT they will not say anything, rather they will congratulate only. And secondly, doubt should be cleared. The students should be more frank with the teacher, and the teacher should also try to be more frank, and the student should approach the teacher directly as soon as he's alone, and try to communicate to him that he is not getting cleared, his doubts are not getting cleared, and the teacher should give him some extra time and extra doubt sessions.
तो हाँ, यस आयुष.
आई थिंक जब एक बच्चा 10th से 11th में आता है, तो जो टीचर्स होते हैं कोचिंग में अवेयर होते हैं कि बच्चा जो है थोड़ा हेजिटेटिव है, थोड़ा डर रहा है, तो वो उस हिसाब से शुरू में जब 11th में आता है तो काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहते हैं कोचिंग में. टॉपिक्स भी इतना हार्ड नहीं होते जब शुरू में आते हैं. आपकी जो एक्सेसिव स्टडीज़ जो है वो तभी शुरू होते हैं जब बच्चा उसमें कंफर्टेबल हो जाए उस माहौल में. तो डाउट्स पूछने में कभी हिचकना नहीं.
तो अभिमन्यु, आपने जैसे बहुत सारे डाउट्स पूछे, तो आप were you completely satisfied with the doubts that you asked and clarified with your teachers?
Yeah, I am always completely satisfied with the doubts of my teachers, but sometimes there were doubts which even the teachers got confused with. but the teachers even asked with their higher teachers of quota and confirmed all the doubts. So it's better to ask the doubts and don't forget the doubts which you have earlier asked and the teacher was not able to clear them, because the teacher will himself ask the doubts from other teachers of his and senior faculty members, so that doubts of other people also get cleared on the same topic. So it's always essential to remember your doubts rather than asking new doubts.
I think you should always note down your doubts so that you never forget them and always clear them.
Okay. Now, next question. This is a little personal. Mohini, what is your timetable when you are not going to school and coming to coaching institute? Timetable as in when do you get up, when do you eat, and how many hours do you study? What are the usual timings of your studies?
I generally used to get up at 5:30 or 6 in the morning. Then after having a little sort of breakfast, I used to study for 2 hours. Then I used to get fresh up, and then I just start studying, and then at 2 o'clock I used to have lunch. Then further I used to study at then meanwhile I used to watch TV for hardly 15 minutes, or talk to my cousins. There are so many cousins in my home, so or I used to play with them for about 15 minutes, and then I again start my studies. Then I used to have dinner at
Start.
Then I used to go to sleep at 8, and then because all the daily soaps of my home, they start at 8 p.m. So then I used to wake up at 9:30 p.m. and then further I used to study at about 1 or 2.
Okay. So Ayush, during school days, it was very difficult to manage the school examination and Bansal classes because the topics sometimes are running different. यहाँ पर मान लो चल रहा है एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर और स्कूल में पूछा जा रहा है मोल कंसेप्ट, तो उस केस में हमें कैसे मैनेज करना चाहिए?
मेरे ख्याल से पहले तो स्कूल के इंटरनल एग्जामिनेशंस कहीं इतने मैटर नहीं करते हैं. आपको जब कभी भी बंस क्लासेस में कोचिंग में जो भी टॉपिक चल रहा है उसमें थरो रहना चाहिए, उसमें उसे कभी लीव नहीं करना चाहिए, क्योंकि एक बार कोई टॉपिक पेंडिंग हो गया तो काफ़ी डिफिकल्ट होता है कवर करना. और 1 day of preparation and half a day of preparation or half a day of preparation is more than enough for internal examinations.
Okay. The next question is weekly test और review test क्या हमें देने चाहिए, और अगर देने से हमें फायदा क्या होता है? दो डिफरेंट हैं बेसिकली, वीकली टेस्ट और रिव्यू टेस्ट.
दोनों ही देनी चाहिए. कोई भी टेस्ट जो है आप दे सकते हो, कोई सीरियस रीजन नहीं है छोड़ने का, तो जरूर देना चाहिए, क्योंकि ना केवल क्वेश्चंस की प्रैक्टिस होती है, आप एक उस एटमॉस्फेयर में यूज्ड हो जाते हैं.
कई बार हमारी तैयारी नहीं होती, लेकिन तब भी क्या हमें वीकली टेस्ट देना चाहिए?
देना चाहिए, क्योंकि मार्क्स वहाँ पे कमाने से इतने मैटर नहीं करेंगे. जो आप गेन करेंगे अपने एक्सपीरियंस से टेस्ट देने का, और जो नए क्वेश्चंस आप सीखेंगे वो ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल होंगे एट द लास्ट.
Okay. The next question is to Abhimanyu. What do you think is the percentage of questions that were taught to you were asked in JEE Advance? मतलब जो हमने पढ़ाया उसमें से कितना परसेंट आप कहोगे कि JEE Advance में पूछा गया?
I think there are a lot of questions which are asked in JEE Advance. It was just that time management should be sufficient, and if I rate on 100, I would give 65% of questions which are told in some or other way in the DVP or in the weekly test, in the review test, which were asked indirectly or some part were asked in JEE Advance. So I think at least 65% questions were internal only.
Okay. What about you, Mohini? What do you think?
So I think everything, about 70% it
I
was
think there was
taught
hardly
to us.
anything which was untaught in the coaching that was asked in JEE Advance. Everything was taught and we knew about the theory and the basics of that topic.
Okay. Then next question is, during our JEE preparation in 2 years, there are lot of instances जब हमारे weekly test में बहुत कम marks आ जाते हैं, review test में बहुत कम आ जाते हैं और हम लोग demotivate हो जाते हैं. तो how to keep ourselves motivated? आप लोगों ने अपने आप को motivated कैसे रखा? किस तरीके से, या टीचर से इंटरेक्ट किया, टीचर ने मोटिवेट किया, या आपने कुछ मोटिवेशनल बुक्स पढ़ी, या किस तरीके से आपने अपने आप को मोटिवेटेड रखा? हाँ, yes.
I think interacting with the teachers and parents is the best way of neutralizing all the negativity which is present in your mind. I think after I remember I have given many review tests and weekly tests in which I scored very badly in one subject. Like in one review test, I remember clearly in JEE Advanced I scored only 5 in the final test of JEE Advanced I scored only 5 marks in mathematics. So I communicated with my teachers, my maths teacher and my parents. They helped me, in covering the demotivation. And because if one is demotivated, he cannot study further.
Yes, Mohini.
There was a phase when I was very demotivated. It was around 1 year back, and that time what I learned it is from my brother, and he used to teach me that a war is lost but not a battle. You have to try hard, and one day it doesn't matter how many wars you lost, but it's the battle which is IIT Advanced which you have to win.
Okay. So what is the role of teachers? मतलब teachers ने कैसे आपको motivate किया, नहीं किया, क्या किया?
आई थिंक टीचर्स ने रोज़ ही हमें बताया कि हमारा गोल क्या है, रोज़ हमें रिमाइंड कराया कि हमें किस डायरेक्शन में हार्ड वर्क करना है, कभी भी हमें ऑफ द ट्रैक नहीं जाने दिया। रोज़ के रोज़ मतलब कभी हम हो जाते थे कि ज़्यादा क्रिकेट देख लिया या कुछ कर लिया तो हमसे पूछते थे कि कल आपने क्या करा, अगर होमवर्क नहीं करा तो क्यों नहीं करा, और उनको फिर सुधारने की पूरी कोशिश करती टीचर ने।
आई थिंक टीचरों की बातों पे ध्यान देना और उनके लेक्चर्स को मजाक में ले लेना सबसे बड़ी गलती होती है स्टूडेंट की, जिसकी वजह से वो सफ़र करते हैं अपने सभी एग्जाम्स में। जैसे मैंने अपने कुछ टीचरों की बातें अपनी स्लीपिंग हैबिट्स पे इग्नोर करी, तो उसकी वजह से मैं श्योरली मानता हूँ कि मेरी रैंक गिर हुई है। तो टीचर्स के लेक्चर्स और मोटिवेशन आपके मतलब फालतू में नहीं दे रहे हो, और उनको जरूर सुनना चाहिए ध्यान से।
और एग्जाम देते टाइम मतलब उनके लेक्चर्स मतलब तुम्हारे माइंड में रोटेट जरूर करने चाहिए,
rather than useless गाने तुम्हारे दिमाग में चलते हैं।
In fact, मोहिनी के साथ तो ये प्रॉब्लम भी आई थी। मोहिनी, do you remember? Would you like to share that experience? That when you came to me and you said कि सर जब मैं लिख रही होती हूँ एग्जाम तो मेरे दिमाग में अनसन गाने आ रहे होते हैं। Yes.
Sir, but मतलब
What was my suggestion?
Sir, your suggestion was कि मतलब मोटिवेशनल सॉन्ग सुनने चाहिए, तो मोटिवेशनल मतलब फीलिंग आएगी, बट लेकिन स्टिल मतलब मैंने फिर फाइनली डिसाइड किया कि मतलब आई टॉक टू अ बंसल फैकल्टी टीचर एंड देन फाइनली जो उन्होंने एडवाइस एडवांस से पहले और मेन से पहले दिया, इट रियली वर्क इन माई एग्जाम, एंड ऑल हिज सेइंग्स whatever advice he gave me, they were all revolving in my mind, and I was confidently giving my paper.
Very good. So next question is, how should we prepare for KVPY and Olympiads? So KVPY scholar is Abhimanyu, so we must congratulate Abhimanyu also because he's the only KVPY scholar this year from our institute in the second stage also. What was your rank in KVPY?
680.
618.
618.
618. So Abhimanyu, how should we prepare for KVPY and Olympiads?
I think there is no special preparation for KVPY. I remember just one day before stage 1 of KVPY, which is held in October, very less course was covered because KVPY asked the whole course of 11th and 12th. But I think that last day the teachers gave me some special lectures and doubt sessions, which for some special selected questions which were shortly asked in KVPY. I remember at least 10 questions were such questions in KVPY which Ankit sir had clearly mentioned that they will be coming, and I did 9 of them, so it helped me in clearing the stage 1. For stage 2 they asked one of the subject which you are very good in, so I told that I was very good in chemistry, so they asked some highly advanced and developed concepts of organic chemistry which were clearly taught by Ankit sir. Everything was in notes, and nothing special had come. It was just that you should be mentally prepared to answer the questions at the time of examination, and notes should be clearly revised. Hence there is no special preparation for Olympiads, neither for chemistry Olympiad nor for KVPY. It's just that one day before you should clearly revise your notes.
Okay, next question is, which chapters in maths are most scoring? Mohini.
I think it's according to me it's probability, because I have worked very hard on it, and it was a great chapter. I find it very scoring.
That is one. Any other chapter?
It's vector algebra and parabola, ellipse, everything.
Okay. Which chapters are most scoring in physics, Ayush?
I think most of the chapters of class 12 are more scoring in physics as compared to the chapters covered in 11th class. Because the questions in 12th of the chapters of class 12 are more straightforward. You can, if you are thorough with the topic, then you can solve most of the questions of class 12 of physics.
I also like to add something. There are two major topics of class 11th in physics which should not be ignored. Usually, students spend their time working on mechanics in physics for most of the year. But I think if you give some quality time to waves and thermodynamics and fluid mechanics, it would be more beneficial because the questions asked are although new, but they are scoring and sometimes also easy. So questions of waves should not be ignored in physics.
Okay, in chemistry, Abhimanyu, what are the chapters which are most scoring?
I think chemistry on a whole is in fact scoring. All the three subjects, organic, inorganic or physical, are all scoring. It is just that you have practice. Physical, I think, is the most scoring of between the three, and physical should be practiced very well. The questions asked in physical are not new, and all the questions are usually done in coaching classes, especially in Bansal. You should, but there is one thing: just doing sheets will not do good. In physical, you should be thorough in your DVPs, and you should revise all the tests that you have given. So if one studies all the DVPs, physical would be very scoring. On the other hand, practice or organic sheets would be more beneficial, and all the DVPs. So
How to prepare for inorganic and organic chemistry?
I think inorganic is a little bit theoretical, and students students are very afraid of inorganic. It's because they have not understood the concepts mainly of periodic table and atomic structure. So one chapter, there are two major chapters of inorganic which if you study you will try to solve all the questions. Like first one is chemical bonding, which is discussed very detailed. I think it takes a month in Bansal classes to completely understand chemical bonding. Second chapter is coordination chemistry, which is very storing. If you study these two chapters, most of the questions of inorganic chemistry will be covered. Also, salt analysis should not be ignored. At least two to three questions of salt analysis are asked every year.
What about organic chemistry, Ayush?
I think for organic, you should be regular with the coaching classes. You should never miss the classes in organic chemistry because you lack a lot in the end if you are missing the classes. And you should not leave any questions in organic because more and more questions you practice, it is more beneficial for you.
I'd like to add something. In organic, you should be very thorough with reaction mechanism. You should not miss a class of reaction mechanism because most of the concepts are told in reaction mechanism. And also electronic displacement effect, inductive effect, mesomeric effect should not be ignored. And you should be in organic. You should be very thorough with your notes. They should be revised every month properly. At least I think the whole lot of registers which you get in your coaching class only. You should not study use moti books and useless books. You should be very thorough with your notes only.
तो फिर then comes the golden question. मोहिनी, you should be answering this question कि हम लोगों को कौन सी बुक्स रेफर करनी चाहिए अपनी बोर्ड के लिए और आईआईटी के लिए?
बोर्ड के लिए we must refer to NCERT. It's enough. And if you are doing coaching, if you are regularly going to the coaching, the NCERT or the CBSE exams, they are completely easy. I remember I only studies for if there are 5 days of preparation leave, I used to study only 3 days, and the rest of the 2 days I was studying for the mains exam. It's if someone is doing coaching, the CBSE exam, they are not difficult. They become very easy.
Okay, yes, Ayush.
I think for boards you can also refer 10 years, which is very helpful in the boards.
Okay, that we already cover in exercise 4 section A and section B, जहाँ पर हम लोग 10 years के last 10 years के
Yeah, that
CBSE.
is available for CBSE, but since Ayush was an ISC board, so ISC board students should buy a 10-year book.
Okay, good. So for IIT preparation, do you think that our study material, Bansal classes study material and DVPs are sufficient?
I think more than sufficient.
More than sufficient. But the DVP should be practiced regularly because they help in making a habit of solving questions.
if you are serious with your DPs and sheets, you will surely excel in IIT.
Okay, then now there are some short questions about Bansal classes. You must. Do you think that separate tuition is required apart from the coaching at Bansal classes?
Not at all.
Not at all. That means for board examination also this is sufficient what you are studying over here?
More than sufficient.
More than sufficient. Okay. So if I talk about the starting of any chapter at Bansal classes, whether it is in physics, chemistry or maths, at which level is the chapter started? At NCERT level, at JEE Main level or directly at JEE Advanced level?
No, it is always started at the NCERT level.
That means you think that Bansal classes has covered the complete NCERT syllabus
Yeah.
whenever the chapter is started. Okay. How many DPPs you might have received in 1 year?
I think 150 to 200 in only chemistry. In physics, there would be more than I think 150 would be the count. So on an average, there would be 400.
Okay. Then next question is, all three of you were in N prime batch, and subsequently Mohini, you moved out of N prime batch. Do you think that being in N prime makes you successful?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So there are two different answers. First, I would like to hear what Mohini's version is, because Mohini left N prime and joined the usual batch. I would like to know why she did that and how it helped her. Yes, Mohini.
It's all that that with what spirit you are looking at your aim. I was completely confused and not feeling well in N prime, so I changed it. I was quite happy with spending my time with my friends, and then it really helped me in concentrating in my studies after going home. I really feel that I have spent so much time wasting, so I must study hard at home.
Okay, Ayush, yes. Why you think that N prime has helped you?
I think when you are in other batches, then there are many students who are not serious about the studies. So they are always shouting and yelling all the classes, and there is you waste your time in that. In N prime, you are always concentrated on the studies, and all the students there are always serious about it. So you are never going away from your goal.
Okay, what about you, Abhimanyu?
Well, I agree with Ayush on the same, but I said no because if you just think that you are in N prime and you will get a very good rank in IIT, is a very false statement.
But if our goal is set, then it doesn't matter where we are studying.
Okay, so then where we are studying, then another question comes to my mind. Whether do you think that had you been in Bansal classes quota, you would have benefited more?
No.
So that means, what is your take when you are comparing the Bansal classes quota and Bansal classes merit branch?
I think the material is all the same at merit and at quota, and the teachers are qualified enough to teach you over here. So there is no point going to quota.
I think it is better that you study at your home rather than in a hostel or mess before class 12.
Okay, so were your sheets and DPPs regularly discussed? ऐसा तो नहीं होता कि सिर्फ होमवर्क दे दिया जाता था और उसका डिस्कशन नहीं होता था, हमेशा डिस्कशन पूरा होता था। और ऐसा कभी होता था कि आपका होमवर्क छूट जाए?
ऐसा हुआ है काफी
Many
बार।
times.
और ऐसा क्यों होता था?
Negligence.
नेग्लिजेंस, आपका केस तो नेग्लिजेंस का है, बाकी लोग
Sometimes lack of time.
sometimes lack of time. But do you think that these things should be demotivating us?
Yes.
Yes.
Whenever the discussion is going in the class and all the persons they are answering it, and then we feel greatly demotivated. But demotivation is the only source of motivation.
Okay.
So after going home, I used to study hard and then complete my pending work and also the current work which was given.
Okay, then next question is, what do you think about the faculty of Bansal classes merit? I would like to have your individual feedback of the teachers who have taught you.
I think the teachers are qualified enough, or most of them are IITians, so and other are very highly qualified. Some are PhD and doctors in like our organic teacher which was present before, Mr. Piyush Patel. Also Ankit sir is an IIT Delhi civil engineer. So I don't think you need any other tuition. They are qualified enough, but it's just that you have to believe in them. If you don't believe in your teachers, you will never try to learn from them.
should always follow what your teachers tell you to do, because they have experienced the same when they were at your age, and you will never feel that your teacher does not know the topic which he is teaching you. So you should always believe in them.
The lectures which were taught to us, they were very inspiring and they were a great source of inspiration that it always helped us in cracking IIT.
अच्छा, अब एक बहुत ही डिफरेंट सा क्वेश्चन है कि हम लोग जब यहाँ पर आए थे, जब बंसल क्लासेस हमने ज्वाइन किया था, तो इन द फर्स्ट 1 मंथ या 2 मंथ्स में क्या हमें ऐसा लगा कि हमारा आईआईटी में सिलेक्शन नहीं हो सकता, या ये बहुत डिफिकल्ट है आईआईटी में जाना?
In the starting, the material it was quite simple, and I find it quite manageable that I can crack IIT. In the first 2 months, I get greatly motivated that it is sure I will get selected in IIT, and I have got a path, and it's a correct path.
I joined Bansal classes in class 11th, and the teachers made me believe that cracking IIT was not a big deal at that time, because the questions that were taught were found to be very simple, and you feel that you can do them, and it is up to your capability that how much rank you can.
एक ही स्लोगन था जो मैंने आप लोगों को कहा था,
लक्ष्य को आलूबा।
हाँ नहीं, और भी एक चीज मैंने कही, आसान। That means everything becomes easy if we think that it is easy. So all the best for your future. If you want to share just one thing that can make a student successful in his life or get that student into IIT, so what will be that one mantra, Mohini?
We must write what I have done. I have write on a paper why I have to crack IIT. Initially, no reasons come out of my mind, but finally, there were 15 reasons why I have to crack IIT. And I used to read every day whenever I feel demotivated और मतलब मन नहीं करता पढ़ने का, तब I used to study those 15 reasons, and then I greatly get motivated. नहीं, अब तो करना ही है IIT crack.
Very good. Ayush, what is the one mantra?
I think you should be regular with your classes and complete your homework, and this should be the mantra for your success.
Okay. Abhimanyu?
I think you should follow your teachers and believe in what they say. They are more experienced than you, and whatever advice they give to you, it is for your own benefit only, rather than if you think that it is for their benefit. So follow your teachers.
Thank you very much, Abhimanyu. Thank you, Ayush. Thank you, Mohini, for this motivational interview, which is going to help many of your juniors in the future. And we at Bansal Classes wish you all the best for your future, for your bright future. Thank you for coming. Have a nice day.